What's up, everyone? We are here for day 2 on the Siggraph 2018 floor. I'm here with the node commander himself, Chad Ashley. How you doing?
You had to do it to me.
I'm sorry. It's gonna be everywhere. It's gonna be big. It's gonna be huge, huge.
I swear to God, like I got to be careful every joke we make and everything we say because I never know what's going to end up a meme or a shirt. It's outrageous.
That one's a shirt, dude.
Really?
You'll see me at Half Reds. It's gonna be Node Commander with your face on it.
Oh my gosh! I showed that to my wife and she was like, "Is this real?" And I'm like, "I think so. Like they might make a shirt." She's like laughing her ass off. Yeah, it was great.
They're cheap. Shirts are
That's
cheap.
what I love about this crew. Like everybody's just so weird and like just like me.
Yeah.
Everything's a meme.
Yeah. Everything's a meme. Or an emoji.
Or an emoji in our case. Yes.
All right, so you presented yesterday, you're presenting today again. What are you guys going over?
Well, today we're doing AskGSG Live. So it's going to be like our regular AskGSG, only instead of just Chris, it's going to be Chris, Nick, and myself. And we're all just going to take audience questions, and also I think we're going to actually get questions from the Slack too, the AskGSGs. So I think there's some way that we're going to be able to mix both in. So that'll be good, and I'm excited to always hear like what kind of questions come out, you know, because R20 is so huge. It's been awesome playing with that. So I'm hoping most of the questions are about R20 because that's really what we've been spending our time learning. So yeah,
you just feed me a couple questions. I'll be like, excuse me. So what's this R20? Could you explain fields?
You got to talk like an old-timey like reporter.
Yeah.
You know?
No one will know.
Yeah, that's great. I love it.
All right, so on the showroom floor, I know you like to get around. You know, you like to involve yourself with everything. You were over at You've presented at 3 different booths, right? Like,
yeah, not really presenting, but just like hanging out and like answering questions. So it's a pod. Like this is like back here is like a pod. So I was at the Autodesk Arnold pod, showing off cinema at the Autodesk booth, which was kind of crazy.
I thought that was hilarious.
I was a bit scared, to be honest. Yeah. Thought I'd get the boot like 5 seconds in. No, they're great. And then I'm also going to be at the Redshift pod showing off cinema and some of our plugins and stuff. So it's just about letting people know that our stuff works and Lightkit Pro 3 works in all of these different renderers now, which is a really big deal for us. So we're really excited about that.
Dude, just hustling.
Yeah, I mean we're just trying to get it out there. We know everybody's using different things, and we've seen it happening. So back when that started to happen, we knew that, you know, if we're going to update Lightkit Pro, we have to make it work for everybody's workflow. I mean, there are a lot out there. So we covered the 4 that we think people use the most, and we've gotten great response from our little teaser. So we're excited about getting that out and like into people's hands. And so that's going to be great, I think.
Yeah, the cool thing is, like, I haven't played around with it, but from what you guys are saying, it's like basically just a click of a button of, you know, which render engine are you using, and it sets it right up.
Yeah, so that was really important for me because, you know, if you have more than one renderer, and sometimes you start a job in one and you need to switch to a different one, or maybe you had an old job that you want to redo in a different one. So the idea is that if you have a Lightkit Pro light rig, you can light in whatever you're in, like maybe Octane or something, and then maybe you want to hand it off to a friend, or maybe you want to change it over into Arnold or Redshift. With a flip of a button, you can literally switch your entire rig to work in those renderers, and it will look within 5 to 10%. Sometimes some of them are even closer in terms of the intensity, color. You just can't tell. That image with the 4, those are all rendered in those different renderers, and they look the same. Like, we were shocked at how close we were able to get them. And so that when we did that, we were like, wow, this is cool. Like, I like this.
Well, the principles of good lighting, you know, are basically the same throughout whatever engine you're using.
Right. Some of them have different ways of handling light fall off, which we had to map out. Some of them have different ways of handling temperature and color and all that sorts of things. So it was important for us to sort of get a one-to-one match as much as we could. I mean, obviously they're not pixel to pixel. You have shaders that you'll have to rebuild, but they're so close that it now allows you to be like, well, I did this one thing in Octane and my client needs the file, but they have physical. Now you can, if they have Lightkit Pro 3, they'll be able to open up the lighting and it will be a one-to-one match for the most part.
See, now you just need to do that for all the materials. And then you say, here you go, guys. Here's the octane thing. Oh, what? I don't like that. Lights and...
That, we're working on that material library, which I've been working on for a while now. I'm trying to get that out, and the hope is to port it over to as many as we have time for, because I've been building them mostly as bitmaps. So that was early on a decision I made because I wanted that flexibility. And there's, bitmaps are universal. Everybody takes them. So yeah, I'm excited to get those out, and I can't wait to see what artists like yourself do with them. It's going to be great.
Awesome. Have you seen anything that you're really excited about on the showroom floor?
I haven't been around as much as I'd like to, but I saw some really cool stuff at the Substance Day event, showing off Substance Alchemy, or Alchemist, I believe it was called. Really interesting.
What is that?
I'm not sure. To
okay.
Be exactly, but
I heard someone saying, "Hey, have you heard of that?" No, I don't know.
I think it's it's another tool in the Substance pipeline for basic, and I might not get it absolutely right, but it's for versioning your substances very quickly.
Okay.
And they showed a technology that blew my mind, which was they brought in a substance that they had made, like a leather. It had leather with some stitching on it. Yeah. And they were like, okay, let's go into the Create tab. I'm going to pull in a reference image, which they had a reference image of some lava, just from the internet, like a picture of lava. And he dragged it in, and he told the substance to, I want you to choose the colors for your leather based on this image. And it intelligently brought the black lava to the leather on the black and put bright red stitching where it got the red from the hot lava. And it just was like mind-boggling. I'm like, of course. Reference colored images, and like you can choose like what aspect of the image do you want it to pull those reference colors from. Is it from the vibrance, from contrast, whatever? And like I thought about that, and I was like, oh my god, like I want that everywhere. You know what I mean? Like I want to bring reference images in and have it pick the dominant colors for me. Like that's really cool.
That's funny. That's kind of like what Final Cut Pro was doing. Final Cut X was trying to do. I don't know who uses Final Cut, but yeah. So it's basically like, you choose a frame and you're like, oh, it looks just like that, right?
Yeah. So it's kind of like that, but then you can, I guess, version it out a bunch of times. So like if you have one good leather material, you can go in there and make like 30 based on that one with completely different colors, completely different, and it just was neat. I love that company. I think they're doing really good, interesting stuff.
I want to say that I put the bug in you to buy Substance. I was like, dude, this is awesome. All right, cool, sweet. Awesome. Let's see, anything else you're presenting, you're hanging out, you're going to be at the booth? This is just a good old time, right?
Yeah, and come by the Redshift booth, and I'll be showing Light Kit Pro and like doing that whole thing, and yeah, just hanging out.
Where can people find you online?
Instagram, I'm at Chad_GSG. On Twitter, I'm CGPOV.
All right. Stick around for more on the showroom floor. 2018 Siggraph from the Maxon booth. Woo!